Elementary school teachers are set to begin job action today and join their secondary school colleagues. Reporter Melissa Lamb is live in the newsroom with more on what job action this will entail and when it will happen here at the Ottawa boards. Melissa.
Well, Annette, job action for the elementary teachers means they will only show up 30 minutes before class and leave 30 minutes after students are dismissed. Now, the job action will affect 5,000 teachers and more than 12,000 students in the York region. Elementary teachers in Ottawa won't begin job action until early December. Now, thousands of secondary school teachers in Ontario's Secondary School Teachers Federation start their second week of job action today, where they have withdrawn from administrative and supervising duties as they bicker with the province for a contract and protest Bill 115. Now, in an open letter yesterday, MPP education critic Lisa MacLeod says that even with the passing of this bill, the Liberal government's promise has fallen short. Annette.
Okay, Melissa, thanks for that. A couple in their 60s are recovering in hospital this morning after their car rolled over and hit a tree in Canada. The 62-year-old driver lost control of the car at the intersection of Castle Frank and Kukulu roads just after 5 yesterday. Paramedics say it appears that the driver suffered a medical emergency before the crash. His 62-year-old wife suffered multi-system trauma and numerous fractures. Firefighters had to rip the entire driver's side off the Honda Accord to free the couple. After a century of transporting horses and cars across the Ottawa River, the Quillon ferry has been docked for good. The historic ferry between Fitzroy Harbour and Quillon, Quebec made its final voyage yesterday. It will be replaced with a new $3 million electric ferry. Service on the new ferry will start up in the spring. Construction gets underway today on Ottawa's newest Rink of Dreams in Lower Town. The Sens Foundation and the City of Ottawa will break ground on the new community rink in Jules Morin Park. It's part of the second phase of the Community Rink Initiative. Hockey boards, fencing, and nets will be installed in the winter, and lacrosse nets will go up in the summer. The Sens Foundation plans to build 8 outdoor rinks across Ottawa. Overseas now, Israel could be again risking international condemnation as it ramps up attacks on Palestinian targets in the Gaza Strip in its bid to stop relentless militant rocket assaults. Hamas fighters continue to fire rockets into Israel, and retaliatory strikes on crowded areas in Gaza today have driven up the civilian death toll. 4 years ago, hundreds of civilian casualties in an Israeli offensive in Gaza led to fierce international condemnation. Meanwhile, Canada is urging Russia to flex its political muscles to end the civil war in Syria. Russia has repeatedly vetoed UN Security Council resolutions aimed at pressuring the Syrian government to end the war. Defense Minister Peter MacKay is accusing Russia of standing on the sidelines while Syria is, quote, coming apart at the seams. MacKay says it would be in Russia's best interest to seize the opportunity to be seen as a more productive member of the global community. 3 astronauts are back on Earth this morning after a 125-day stay at the International Space Station. The Soyuz capsule carrying the American, Russian, and Japanese astronauts landed safely in central Kazakhstan. The capsule is the only way astronauts can reach the orbiting laboratory since the retirement of the U.S. shuttle fleet last year. And finally, an update for you on the Ottawa United Way campaign for 2012. So far, you have helped to raise more than $17,895,000. This year's goal is $30 million.